प्रभवन्त्यहरार्गमे रात्र्यागमे प्रलीयन्ते तत्रैवाव्यक्तसंज्ञके भूतग्रामस एवायं भूत्वा भूत्वा प्रलीयते रात्र्यागमे वशः पार्थ प्रभवत्यहरागमे परस्तस्मास्तु भावोऽन्यो व्यक्तो व्यक्तात् सनातनः यस्य सर्वेषु भूतेषु नश्यत्सु स न विनश्यति अव्यक्तोऽक्षर इत्युक्तस्तमाहुः परमां गतिं यं प्राप्य न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम पुरुषः सः परः पार्थ भक्त्या लभयस्त्वनन्यया यस्यान्तस्थानि भूतानि येन सर्वमिदं ततं यत्र काले त्वनावृत्तिमावृत्तिं चैव योगिनः प्रयाता यान्ति तं कालं वक्ष्यामि भरदर्षभ अग्निर्ज्योतिरः शुक्लक्षन्मासा उत्तरायणम् तत्र प्रयाता गच्छन्ति ब्रह्मविदो जनाः धूमो रात्रिस्तथा कृष्ण षण्मासा दक्षिणायनम् तत्र चान्द्रमसं ज्योतिर्योगी प्राप्य निवर्तते शुक्लकृष्णे गति ह्येते जगतः शाश्वते मते एकया यात्यनावृत्तिमन्यया वर्तते पुनः नैते श्रुति पार्थ जानन् योगी मुह्यति कश्चन तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु योगयुक्तो भवार्जुन वेदेषु यज्ञेषु तपस्सु चैव दानेषु यत् पुण्यफलं प्रदिष्टम् अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदं विदित्वा योगी परं स्थानमुपैति चाद्यम् इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे अक्षरब्रह्मयोगो नाम अष्टमोऽध्यायः। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
Thank you so much. Thank you for the beautiful meditative recitation, Mataji. Thank you so much. Okay, so I don't think so anybody is there to do intro section today. So what I will do is I will myself not do the introduction as such, but we can directly start the class. Okay, let me start the recording. Dear devotees, thank you all so much for joining. Thank you for your very, very kind association. And we will start with our Caitanya Bhagavata session today. We'll continue, and we are in the Antya khanda. But before that, I will read Srila Prabhupada's quote for today. Today is October 7th. If there is some earthquake or there is some danger, naturally, spontaneously we pray, but we forget it. The tendency of offering prayer to the Lord at the time of danger is automatic. So we should know that we are in danger. We are in this material condition of life. Means we are in danger. Therefore, we should pray. This was said by His Divine Grace in Durban on October 7th, 1975. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Wish you all a very, very happy Kartik and happy Sharad Purnima. So we will get started with our Caitanya Bhagavat. But before that, we will start with our Mangalacharan prayers and then we'll go ahead. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभयेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालय कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः आनंद लीलामय विग्रहाय हेमावदिव्य छवि सुंदराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रस प्रदाय चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते आजानुलम्बितभुजौ कनकावधातौ सङ्कीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वम्भरौ द्विजवरौ युगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ जयति जयति देवा कृष्ण चैतन्य चन्द्रो जयति जयति कीर्तिस्तस्य नित्य पवित्रा जयति जयति भृत्यास्तस्य विश्वेश्वमूर्तेर् जयति जयति नृत्यं स तस्य सर्वप्रियाणाम् मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपहातं हं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्येश्वरम् Thank you, dear devotees. Thank you once again for your very, very kind association. I really bow down to each and every one of you for all of your wonderful association. And please bless me so that I can speak something relative to this subject matter. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhuvayeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha anantikoti vaishnavrinda ki jai. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, all the assembled Vaishnavas ki jai. So we are in the section of Caitanya Bhagavata where it is being explained that how our dear Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, let me first share the screen. Our dear Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in Jagannath Puri, right? And as soon as he went to Jagannath Puri, we know that how he met Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, there was quite a nice discussion that went through on the Atmarama verse that also we have seen. And Mahaprabhu gave how many meanings? Does anybody remember how many meanings Mahaprabhu gave to Atmarama verse?
18 Mataji.
Mataji.
Yes, Mahaprabhu gave 18 different meanings to Atmarama verse. After that, our Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he was totally bewildered and he he started expressing that how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord himself, because nobody else can reveal in such a depth except somebody who is on the level of the Supreme Absolute Truth. So Mahaprabhu then showed him Shatbhuja form. Okay, Mahaprabhu showed Shatbhuja form to our Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Now, what that form was, this Shatbhuja means 6-hand form. Okay, and 6 hands form, what Mahaprabhu was holding when he was in that Shatbhuja form. So there is little, what do you say, little differences that has been mentioned by Vrindavan Das Thakur in Caitanya Bhagavat and by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita. They mentioned that in that Shatbhuja form, Mahaprabhu showed Vishnu and Krishna form. Right? So it says Shankha Chakra Gada Padma Hari Hala Maushala. I can share that screen. Shankha Chakra Gada Padma Shri Hara Maushala Ratnamani Paripurna Shri Anga Ujwala Shri Vatsa Kaustava Hara Vaksha Shobha Kare Vama Kakshe Singa Vetra Murali Jathare. So Mahaprabhu showed him Krishna and Vishnu form. So the Lord held in his 6 arms what he was holding. He was holding conch shell, chakra, club, lotus, mallet, and plow in his 6 arms. And his effulgent body was decorated with jewels and precious stones. His chest was decorated with Kaustuva jewel, Shrivasta Kaustava Hara, Vaksha Shobha Kare. So the chest was decorated with Kaustava jewel and the mark of Srivatsa, that is the residential place of Lakshmi Devi. Vama Kaksha Singavetra Murali Jathare. And he was holding a stick, not holding, but a stick and horn was tucked on his left side of his waist. And his flute was tucked in front. So this was the form that is being mentioned by Srila Prabhupada, Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada. Because in some of the editions, this is the form that was mentioned, that how this form was shown to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. However, our Srila Lochan Das Thakur has a different vision. So in Chaitanya Mangal, especially in the Madhya Khanda, he also mentions that Mahaprabhu showed him this Shatbhuja form. So Henai Samay Prabhu Shatbhuja Sharira, Dekhi Sarva Bhauma Haila Ananda Asthira. So Mahaprabhu showed him that Shatbhuja form, seeing which our Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was overwhelmed in ecstasy. Ananda Asthira. He was drowned in the ocean of Ananda as soon as he saw Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with 6 arms. His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, he writes that this 6th form that was shown to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was actually the 2 arms of Lord Ramachandra, 2 arms was of Lord Krishna, and 2 arms was of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Sannyasi Vesh. And till today, in Navadvip, there is not Navadvip, in Puri, in the house of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, there is also a big painting of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Shatbhuja form. So Chaitanya Mangal states that what Mahaprabhu was holding in those 6 hands. Urdha dui hate. Urdha means in his 2 hands. Urdha dui hate dhanu arashasara. Madhya dui hate dhare madali adhara. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu urdhva dui hate, from his 2 hands that were on the top, he was holding dhanu, means in one hand he was holding bow and arrow, another hand arrow. So this was the form of Lord Ramachandra. So Urdha dui hate dhara dhanu arasara. And Madhya dui hate, he was holding a flute. Dhare murali adhar. He was holding a flute to his lips with his 2 hands, and this was Krishna. Then he says, Namra dui hate dhare, danda komandala. Down on his lower 2 hands, he was holding the sannyas danda and kamandalu. Dekhi Sarvabhauma Haila Ananda Vivala. And as soon as Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya saw this form, he was again overwhelmed. He was overwhelmed in ecstasy. So, Dekhi Sarvabhauma Haile Ananda Vivhala. Vivhala means he was overwhelmed with ecstasy. So, this is the sixth form, six-armed form, Shadbhuja form that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So it's not the first time. Mahaprabhu also showed this Shadbhuja form to Nityananda Prabhu, I think so, King Pratap Rudra also. And then he also showed it to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So after seeing that Shadbhuja form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was seeing this form, he became overwhelmed. And he was the one who was criticizing Mahaprabhu that why you took sannyas, and this is, premature renunciation. You are just on the prime time of your youth and you have so many responsibilities. How can you take sannyas? So after showing that sannyasi form also, because in that Shatbhuja form, 2 was for Ramachandra, 2 was for Krishna, and 2 was for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu holding Danda and Kamandali. Then Prabhu bole, Sarvabhauma ki tora vichar. Tell me, what is your vichar? What is your thought process now? Sannyasi amara nahi hai adhikar? That now, having this sannyasi, do you think I'm not qualified to take sannyas, to be a sannyasi? What are your thought process? And hearing this, our Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was totally speechless. He has nothing to say, just to accept. And he offers his beautiful prayers to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So again, Vrindavan Das Thakur writes that our Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he wrote 100 verses just in glorification of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and those 100 verses are known as Chaitanya Shataka, also known as Shushloka Shataka. This is mentioned by Srila Prabhupada in one of the purport in Chaitanya Charitamrita. But 2 verses he wrote in the beginning, and which became very famous, and which was also quoted by Vrindavan Das Thakur. And yesterday we saw in detail about those 2 verses. Out of those 100 verses that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya wrote in glorification of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. First verse is Kalam Nashtam Bhakti Yogam Nijaya Praha Dushkritam Krishna Chaitanya Nama Avirbhutas Tasya Padarvinde Gadam Gadam Liyatam Chitta Bhringa, where he is praying that, oh, let my consciousness be like a honeybee that takes shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because he wants that his eyes, he should himself be like a bee. Just like the bee is always hovering around the lotus. Why? Because the bee wants to suck the nectar from the whirl of that lotus. Similarly, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is praying that let my consciousness also be like a bee, and I may also be just hovering around your lotus feet, sucking nectar from those lotus feet, because that kind of nectar cannot be found in the 3 worlds. And this is what our Srila Rupa Goswami also prayed. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande Manmanasa Madhukar Marpaya Nijapada Pankajam Makarande. That, oh, the Supreme Lord, I offer my prayer that let the bee of my mind, let the bee of my consciousness be offered the honey that is there at your lotus feet. So this way, our Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya glorified. So this was the first verse. And the second verse we saw was again the very famous verse, Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga, Shikshartham Eka Purusha Purana, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sharira Dhari Kripam, Buddhirtastam Aham Prapadde. So our Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna has taken this sharira, this body, and came as Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He descended in the form of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to teach what? Vairagya, that is renunciation, detachment, and Vidya. Vairagya Vidya means the knowledge of detachment, the knowledge of renunciation, means work, but in the spirit of detachment. not getting attracted to the fruits of one's activities. That is Vairagya Vidya. And also he taught Nija Bhakti Yoga, his own Bhakti Yoga. Why Nija Bhakti? Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not different from Krishna. And it's Krishna who has come as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to taste his own devotion, because that's one of the internal reasons of Krishna coming as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he wants to taste that how much sweetness do I possess that Srimati Radharani is so much attracted to me, that I want to taste that sweetness. So Nija Bhakti, his own Bhakti, he want to taste, and he want to teach us also that same knowledge and the same devotional service. So this is also the one of the reason also of Mahaprabhu's descent to this material world. So these are the two famous verses, but otherwise in Chaitanya Shataka, he has written 100 verses. Vrindavan Das Thakur has very beautifully, in his Bengali language, he has translated those verses, and then what does it mean? So we saw till verse number 130 yesterday. So in this way, Sarvabhauma composed 100 verses as he glorified Lord Chaitanya while holding his lotus feet. Now, from text 131. So he's continuing his prayers, okay? Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is not stopping himself. He's still continuing his prayers, and he's saying, पतिता तारिते से तुम्हारा अवतार, मुई पति तेरा प्रभु करहा उधार. Patita Tarite se tomara avatara. You have taken avatar, you have descended in this material world so that you can deliver all the patits, means all the fallen souls. Mui pati tera Prabhu, but O Prabhu, know well that I am the most fallen. Kahara uddhara, and therefore please deliver me. You have come, you have descended to deliver the miscreants, or you can say to deliver the fallen souls. So I am the most fallen. So I have the full adhikar that you should deliver me. This is also sung by Shri Narottam Das Thakur. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Kar More, Tomha Bina Ke Dayalu Jagat Samsare, Patita Pavan Hetu Tava Avatara. Mosama Patita Prabhu Na Pai Veara. That your descent in this world is Patita Pavan Hetu, the cause of your taking avatar is that you want to deliver the fallen souls. So Narshila Narottam Das Thakur is singing, Mosama Patita Prabhu Na Pai Behara, and you will not find a bigger Patita, bigger fallen than me. So I have the full adhikar that you bestow your mercy on me and deliver me. In the same mood, Shri Narottam Das Thakur also sings, Gauranga Karuna Karo Dina Hina Jane, Mosama Patita Prabhu Nahi Tribhuvane. In these three worlds, there is no one as fallen as me. So, Dina Hina Jane, consider me as Deen Heen, as a fallen soul. Please give your kripa, give your karuna, give your compassion and liberate me. Jadi daya na karibo, patita dekhiya. If you will not show your compassion, seeing a fallen soul, then patita pavana nama kishere lagiya. Then your name as patita pavan will be false. So come true to your words. Your name is patita pavan, right? So, and I am the most patita in the three worlds in Tribhuvane. So, jadi daya na karibo, if you do not show compassion and mercy on me, seeing me as the fallen soul, then patita pavana naam, then your name as patita pavan, kishera lagi, it doesn't hold any value. So prove to your name. Vadiyeche bhava tufane, naika nista, Shri Charana tarani dase karo par. That, O Krishna, O Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my boat is in this tufan, in this material world, and nobody is there who can help me to cross over. But I know that your lotus feet is that suitable boat on which if I step into, then I can cross over. So please bestow mercy of your lotus feet. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Dase Ranudas, Prarthana Koroye Sada Narottam Das. So this way Shri Narottam Das Thakur sings. And we see that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya because Narottam Das Thakur, Srila Narottam Das Thakur came way after this Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is praying in the same way. So we see all these personalities, they pray like that we are the most fallen, we are the most fallen. And following in their footsteps, not footsteps rather, imitating them, we see that today's world also, devotees, they call themselves, oh, I'm the most fallen, I'm the most fallen. To which Srila Prabhupada says, you are most of nothing. Because today, when the devotees say that I'm the most fallen, still there is a tinge of ego in their heart. Right? It's just a lip service that mukhe bolo, mukhe bole, that's it. Nothing. It's not heart deep. It's just a lip service. It's a lip deep service that today the devotees do and call themselves, I'm the most fallen, I'm the most fallen. But personalities like these, when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya or Narottam Das Thakur or Bhakti-Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when they sing and when they call themselves to be the most patit, they mean it. They mean it. Why? Because they understand their own position, that how degraded they are. Now, of course, they are not. They are not. But this is to teach us, to set an example for us. But we rather what we do? Rather, following in the footsteps, we try to imitate them. So that is wrong. So we should not try to do it. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is saying, Patita tarite se tumhara avatar, mui patitera prabhu kara udhar. I am the most fallen, so please deliver this fallen soul. Text 132. Bandi kari acha mora ashesha bandhane, vidyadhana kule toma jani mukhe mane. So now Srila Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is further praying and saying, Bandha kari acha mora ashesha bandhane. I am entangled. Bandikara means I am bound with the ropes. Okay, with unlimited ashesha bandhane, and these ropes are unlimited. With unlimited bondage, I have been entangled in this world. Out of this, he's saying vidya, dhana, kule. Like if I'm so much absorbed and I have the bandhan of vidya, that I'm scholar, I have the bandhan of dhana, that I'm so wealthy, and I have a dhana of kula, of high birth, tomha janimu ke mane. If I have all these bandhans and I'm entangled in this material world, it's so difficult that I can understand. It's impossible. I cannot understand you because I myself is being bound with these ropes of vidya, dhana, kule. So it's impossible for me to know you. So you have entangled me in unlimited bondage. Now, how can I understand you when I am absorbed in knowledge, wealth, and high birth? All these are the bondages, the ropes. Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, very beautiful, writes in the purport and quotes one of the beautiful verse of Srimati Kunti Maharani also. Mundane knowledge, perishable wealth, and high birth, they are causes of various bondage. So these are all bondages. Because these things, whether it's a knowledge, wealth, high birth, beauty, opulence, these doesn't attract Krishna because he's Swayam Bhagavan. He's already full in all those opulences. So how these minor opulences that we have as a jiva, even if we have, it doesn't attract Krishna. Bhakta Tushyati Madhava. Krishna is pleased only with a devotional service. So these are actually what we see as an opulence is not an opulence. It becomes a bondage if we try to get attached to any of one of these. So being entangled by this, human beings cannot realize the eternal absolute truth. Being bereft of Shri Gaur Krishna's darshan, pseudo devotees and persons averse to devotional service cannot realize the importance of Lord service. They cannot understand. And that is why, according to the consideration of the verse beginning, what Kunti Maharani says, Janma Ishwarya Shruta Shridhir, Edhamana Madhapuman, Naivarti Adi Dhatum Vaitvam Akinchana Gocharam. So she prays Janma Aishwarya Shruta Shridhir, this birth, this Janma, this Aishwarya, this opulence, this Shruta, this education, and Shri, the beauty, and all these. They are edhamana madhapuman. They are progressively increasing. But with that increase, what is happening? Madha, they are increasing the intoxication also in me. So all these are actually becomes mada. They are intoxicating. Just like when somebody takes intoxication, loses his consciousness, loses the sense control. Right? Similarly, if somebody is intoxicated with all these Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, Shri, Bhi, then that human being is totally intoxicated. And Navharti Adi Dhatum Vai. And when somebody is intoxicated, so in Arth Bhav, he cannot call upon you. The helpless condition, he cannot call upon you. So one has to come to the level of helpless condition in order to approach you. And then she says, Tom akinchana gocharam, you are the one who can be easily approached by someone who calls you in that arth bhav, in that helpless state. But if somebody is intoxicated with all these opulences, then it's waste. Then they cannot approach you. See, when we are in happiness, it feels that it's easy to chant, it's easy to remember Krishna because we have nothing else to bother, right? It feels like that if Krishna doesn't give me trouble, it will be very easy for me to chant my rounds. It will be very easy to do my devotional service. And it will be very easy for me to continue all the services that I have. In one sense, yes. But if you go deeper, you will understand that when everything is happy going around in our life, it looks like that we are able to chant Krishna's name and we are able to do other services to Krishna. But that mood of helplessness will not come. That Arth Bhav that Draupadi had when she called out to Govinda, that Arth Bhav that Gajendra had when he called out to Lord Hari, that won't be there. But if we are amidst problems, we are amidst sufferings, then the real helplessness we try to understand. And then we chant, when we chant our rounds, that chanting will come from the innermost core of our heart. And that will yield results. So Krishna is akinchana gocharam. He is easily approached by someone who calls him in a helpless condition. Krishna didn't take time to come for Draupadi. He didn't take time to come for Gajendra because they called in that arthabhav, in that helpless condition. So all these material opulences, I'm not saying that we should, in the mood of Kunti Maharani, pray to Krishna that please give me suffering after suffering. Of course, we are not on that level and there is no need to imitate such great personalities. But point is that when the reversals comes in our life, then the real surrenderance is shown by us. Then we really understand that, oh, I'm done. I have nothing in my hand. Oh, Krishna, now you only have to save me. So Prabhupada, actually in one of the purport, he writes that these Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, Shri, they are not wrong. If we have been blessed with these opulences, it's good. But we have to use them in Krishna's service. All these opulences are considered to be the zero. And zero has no value. But as soon as there is one in front of that zero, it becomes 10. Then it becomes 100. Then you add another zero, it becomes 1,000. So these are all zeros. Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, Shri. As long as we are using it for our own sense gratification and getting puffed up with all these things, then they are all zeros. They will take us nowhere. And we will be entangled. Then they will act as ropes, binding us furthermore, entangling us furthermore in this samsara. But as soon as we put Krishna, then the same opulence in association with Krishna becomes a valuable gem. It becomes 10, it becomes 100, it becomes 1,000. So it's up to us. It's if we use all these opulences that we have in Krishna's service, then yes, these opulences have no problem. But if these opulences we are attracted to and attached to, and we consider them and we get puffed up having these opulences, then these opulences will definitely drown us more and more in this samsara chakra. So she is praying, my Lord, your lordship can easily be approached only by those who are materially exhausted. Now, that doesn't mean that one has to beg Lord that, oh, please, it's better for me to become a poor man than to wealthy man. That's not the mood. Okay. The mood is materially exhausted doesn't mean that you have to be poor. Materially exhausted means you have seen in this world that how this world is futile. This world is not a place worth staying. So when you really understand that this place is dukkhalayam ashashvatam, that even if I experience that happiness is a flickering happiness. It will finish in a flick of a second. And then suffering will be imposed. So every happiness will also be accompanied by that distress, that sorrow, that misery. So that is what is that those who are materially exhausted, only then we can approach the Supreme Lord. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with parentage, high opulence, high education, bodily beauty, they cannot approach you with the sincere feeling that Arth Bhav will not come. That mood of what Draupadi called, the mood of what Gajendra called, that mood will not come. Such people become rebellious against Shri Guru, Shri Hari, and Vaishnava, rather than engage in chanting the names of the Supreme Lord. Their such inevitable degradation is due to mistakenly accepting the untruth as truth, mistakenly understanding that this world is good. I have all the opulences I need. But we don't understand that nothing is nityam. It's anityam. Is actually ashashvatam. It's temporary. It will go one day. So this way our Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is praying and he's continuing. एबे से कृपा कर सर्व जीवनाथ अहर्निश चित्त मोरा रहो का तो माता. Very beautiful. He's saying that, oh Lord, Ebe kripa kar, please give me your kripa, please give me your mercy. And he's calling Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Sarva Jivanatha, as the Lord of all the living entities. Aharnisha means day and night. Please let the chitta, means my mind or my consciousness, day and night be fixed only upon you. Mohan Rahukato Mata. Let my mind be fixed only on you. So this is what a devotee wants. The devotee doesn't want that, oh, I should be relieved from all the sufferings. Oh, this thing should be done. This thing I should achieve. These are all material things. It will come, it will go. The list will increase. Today we ask for something, tomorrow for something, day after for something. It will go on increasing because this world is dukkhalayam. We'll experience dukkha at every step. Yes, Krishna says that there is no harm, even if you have all these akama, sarvakama, moksha kama, dharadi, whatever you have, you desire, you don't desire, or you desire moksha, come to me. That's true, but then we'll not be categorized as a pure devotee. Pure devotees, they don't want anything from Krishna. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagadisha kamay, mama janma janmani ishvare, bhaktad bhakti rahituki toy. I only want your ahituki service. That apratihata service, that unmotivated, uninterrupted service I want. That's my only desire. So here Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is also saying, Ahar nisha chitta mora rahuka tomata. Let my mind be only fixed on you day and night. I don't want anything else. Achintya agamya prabhu tomhara vihara tumi na jana le jani bhare shaktikara. Achintya, O Krishna, O Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, your pastimes. Achintya agamya Prabhu tumhara vihara. Vihara means your pastimes. They are achintya. It's inconceivable. I cannot conceive with my mundane consciousness. And it's agamya, means it's unfathomable. I cannot go beyond it. I cannot express. I cannot describe. Your pastimes are inconceivable and unfathomable. तुम्ही ना जाने ले जानी मेरा shakti yaar. No one has any shakti. No one has any power to understand your pastimes. तुम ही ना जाने ले, तुम्हें जानने के लिए no one can know you. जानी बेरे शक्तिकारा. If you yourself desire that this person should know me, then you give the power to that person. And only with your power we are able to understand you. The Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur writes, O Lord, your pastimes are conceivable and inconceivable and unfathomable. No one can know them unless you give one the power. Nobody can know you, Krishna. If you don't want to reveal yourself, nobody can understand. But if you want to be revealed, then even a small boy, 5-year-old boy, Dhruva, can recite some Vedic prayers because you have yourself touched that conch on the head of Dhruva Maharaj. That's why he was able to recite these beautiful prayers. If you want, even a 5-year-old boy like Prahlad can be brave enough to tolerate all the adversities that were thrown by his father Hiranyakashipu. So it was you who gave the power to understand you. Otherwise, your pastimes are inconceivable and unfathomable. Nobody can understand. Then he continues, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya continues, आपने ही दारू ब्रह्म रूप नीला चले, वशिया आचा भोजन कुतूहले. As Lord Jagannath, as Daru Brahma, Daru means wood, Brahma means the Supreme Lord who appeared in the form of wood, that is Lord Jagannath. So as Lord Jagannath, the Supreme Absolute Truth appearing in wood, you reside in Nilachal. So as Jagannath, you are the one only who is residing in Nilachal. And you are relishing those palishable foodstuffs that are being offered to Lord Jagannath. So now Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya knows that there is actually no difference between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Jagannath. It's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who is Jagannath, and it's Jagannath who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But as a devotee, he came to teach us his own Nija Bhakti, his own devotion towards the Supreme Lord. Apana prasada kare apana bhojana. Apana dekhi karaha krandana. So beautifully he's saying, now you eat your own remnants. Because when Jagannath is offered that bhoga, especially that Uppala bhoga, the 12 o'clock noon time, when he's offered that big Raja bhog. So Jagannath is honoring that. And then the remnants are shared with the devotees. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is saying, you yourself are eating your own remnants. Because you as Jagannath is enjoying that food in Nilachal. And after that, when the food is distributed as Mahaprasad, then you are eating your own remnants. And you only, apana dekhi, and you only seeing yourself as Jagannath, you are crying. Because now, Krishna, Mahaprabhu is seeing Jagannath as Krishna, as two-handed form Krishna playing flute. And Mahaprabhu in the mood of Srimati Radharani is crying seeing Jagannath, is crying seeing Krishna. But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is saying, you yourself is crying seeing yourself. Why? Because there is no difference between you and Jagannath. So you cry when you see your own form. So you are Jagannath only. And you are the one who is enjoying food. You are the one who is eating your own remnants. And you are the one who is crying seeing your own form. Now, this is inconceivable. Nobody can understand unless and until Krishna wants to reveal this highest truth to everybody. Imagine if Srila Prabhupada would have not been there. Srila Prabhupada na hoito thabe ki hoito jivan bahita kishe. If Prabhupada would have not been there, and if he would have not been helping us and understanding this Krishna consciousness, imagine where would have been. We would have been simply in this materialistic world and only working for sense gratification. But it's now because of the mercy or the compassion of Srila Prabhupada, who is none other than representative of Lord Shri Krishna, we have come to know this highest philosophy in the form of Chaitanya Charitamrita or Chaitanya Bhagavata. Otherwise, who knows Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was only famous as a sant, as a saint, as a sage, he was famous. But to know that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of God, and what are his external reasons that he appeared and what are the internal reasons, Of course, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has mentioned this in Chaitanya Charitamrita, but who brought this Chaitanya Charitamrita to us? Who brought this Srimad Bhagavatam to us? Who gave these beautiful, wonderful purports to us by which we can really understand that what does it mean? So we should be immensely grateful to Srila Prabhupada. It's because of his mercy that today we all have gathered together, giving our valuable time to all this. Otherwise, we would have been simply engaged in our own grahastha lives, taking care of children, taking care of family, taking care of our work, and enjoying simply doing sense gratificatory things. So it's all, everything is achintya about the Supreme Lord. But this achintya pastimes of the Supreme Lord has been revealed to us by the Supreme Lord himself, who has sent his beautiful, wonderful, amazing representatives among us, all these saints who are still walking on this earth, who are guiding us so that we can follow at their footsteps. आपना आपना देखी हाओ महामता हे देखे के भोजा प्रभु तुम्हारा महत्व. So apana apana dekhi, you seeing yourself, and hoi how matta, and how mahamatta, and you, when you see yourself, you become intoxicated. It's so inconceivable. Imagine Mahaprabhu is seeing Lord Jagannath, and Mahaprabhu, in the mood of Srimati Radharani, when he's seeing Jagannath, he's crying and he himself is getting madamatta. He is getting intoxicated by seeing his own form. Otherwise, what is the difference between Mahaprabhu and Jagannath? There is no difference. Vasudev Ghosh bole kodi jodo haath, sahi Krishna, sahi Gaura, sahi Jagannath. Jai Krishna, jo Krishna hai, wahi Gaura hai, wahi Jagannath hai. There is no difference. So here, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, after realizing, is saying, you become intoxicated by seeing your own form. Therefore, who can understand your glories? Ekete bhuja Prabhu tomara mahatva. Your glories, nobody can understand. Only you can understand. आपने से आपाना रे जाना तुम ही मात्रा, आरा जाने ये जाना तुम्हारा कृपा पात्र. Only you yourself. आपने से आपाना रे जाना तुम ही मात्रा. So only you who know yourself. Nobody else can know. Ara jane ye jana tumhara kripa patra. And yes, one another person can understand you. Who is that person? Tumhara kripa patra, who has been specifically favored by you. That person, that jiva, who is specially favored by you, can know you. Otherwise, it's impossible to know you. Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur in his purport writes, Sri Hari, Guru, Vaishnava alone can know Sri Hari. Why? Because Sri Hari himself knows about himself. Then Guru and Vaishnava, because they are empowered personalities. So therefore, they can also know Sri Hari. Other people cannot recognize them because they are not Hari, they are not Guru, neither they are Vaishnava. Even the demigods are baffled in asserting the absolute truth. Yes, Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada is writing that even the demigods don't know you. And if the demigods are not able to understand, then what to talk about Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who is saying that I'm still a jiva. Mui chara tomhara va jani mukhe mane, yata moha mane aja bhava deva gane. So the same thing that is being said by Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, now Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya himself is saying, Mui chara tomhara va jani mukhe mane. How can I'm so insignificant. Who is Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya? He is Brahaspati. Right? He is the guru of all the demigods. But after all, he is a jiva. He is a jiva tattva. So he's saying, I'm so insignificant that I don't know. How can I know you? Even the demigods headed by Brahma and Shiva, they are frustrated in their attempts to know you. So when they are frustrated in their attempts to know you, then what position do I hold? As Brahaspati, yes, he is the guru of all the demigods, but now Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is considering himself to be a mere mortal soul. Though, of course, he is not, he is the Parshad. But here he is saying that I'm so insignificant that even the demigods like Brahma and Shiva have given up. They also have failed in their attempts to know you. So what audacity do I have? We will see these, how Brahma and Shiva, they are frustrated. We'll see some of the verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. But let me just finish, because I think so 2 more verses and then we'll finish this set of verses that were assigned today. ए माता अनेका करिया कुकुरवाद स्तुति करे सर्वभौमा पाइया प्रसाद. Having received the Lord mercy, Sarvabhauma then offered prayers with great humility. Through Kakurvad. Kakurvad means pathetical appeal, as Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, or humble words. So with this pathetic appeal and humble words, humbling himself to be the most insignificant person, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is doing this Stutigan to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he is saying that this Stutigan also I am able to do, it's only because of your mercy. Because you have showed your mercy, you have shown your Shadbhuja form to me, you have been merciful on me, because of which I am able to do your stuti. And in great humility, he prayed. Shuni Yashad Bhuja Gaura Chandra Narayana Hasi Sarva Bhoma Prati Bali Lavachana. And Mahaprabhu smiled. He was very happy hearing the glories, the Stuti Vandana that was done by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. The 6-armed Gaurachandra, after hearing the prayers, he smiled. Hasi Sarvabhauma Prati, Bali Lavachana. And he spoke to Sarvabhauma as follows. So then what Mahaprabhu will speak, that we will see tomorrow. I don't want to cover tomorrow's verses. But here, we'll just spend some more time, at least 5-10 minutes, in explaining that how Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, when he's saying that I'm so insignificant, that how can I know you, even when the demigods headed by Brahma and Shiva, they are frustrated in their attempts to know you. So we will see that how Brahma and Shiva, they are also frustrated in understanding the supreme absolute truth. So this is, I think so. Let me see. Okay. Let me share my screen. I want to show some verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. Are you all able to see my screen? Hare Krishna.
Not really, Mataji. I can only see the top, the header only.
Okay. Now?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, perfect. So this is the one of the prayers by Shri Brahmaji. So 10-14-29, he's praying. Athapi te deva padam bujhadavya prasada leshangruta evahi janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno nachanya ekopi cheram vichiman. My Lord, if one is favored by even a slight trace of your mercy, of your lotus feet, he can understand the greatness of your personality. So favored by even a slight trace of your mercy. Atpapi api deva pada ambuja dvaya means your 2 lotus feet. If prasada, if somebody gets the mercy, he can understand the greatness of your personality. But those who think that they understand you, they speculate, are unable to know you. Even though they may continue to study the Vedas for many years, they are not able to understand. And this also Brahma prays. Shreyam Shritim Bhakti Mudasyate Vibho Klishyanti ye keval abodha labdhe Tesham asau klesha eva shishyate Nanyad yatha sthula tusham ghanitanam. That, my dear Lord, devotional service unto you is the best path for self-realization. So this is Brahma is praying that it's only by devotional service one can understand Krishna. If someone gives up that path and engages in the cultivation of speculative knowledge, he will simply undergo a troublesome process and will not achieve the desired result. As a person who beats an empty husk of wheat cannot get grain. So if there is no grain inside and you keep on beating the husk, we will ever get grain? No. So speculative knowledge is just same. That through speculative knowledge, it's only a troublesome process. Shrama eva hi kevalam. It's only beating an empty husk of wheat without getting grain. So one who simply speculates cannot achieve self-realization. His only gain is trouble. So see, in Caitanya Bhagavat, we saw that he's saying that even the demigods like Brahma and Shiva, they are frustrated. And these are the prayers of Brahma only. We saw 2 prayers of Brahma, where Brahma himself is saying that, oh, it's so difficult to understand you and your pastimes, your form, your qualities. It's impossible. Unless and until somebody is bestowed with your mercy, they cannot understand you. And especially, just on a side note, we have seen 2 verses of these prayers of Lord Brahma, 10th canto, 14th chapter. Actually, it's very good if we recite daily, especially in the month of Kartik. In the month of Kartik, it has been suggested that we should recite this 14th chapter of 10th canto, that prayers of Lord Brahma daily, because these are very beautiful prayers. These prayers of Brahma, they are realized prayers, because that already Brahma Vimohan Leela has happened. So Brahma knows that what blunder he did while doubting his own Supreme Lord. So now, when he knew that he is the Supreme Lord, Krishna is the Supreme Lord, he is Swayam Bhagavan, he is offering his heartfelt prayers. So these prayers of Brahma are actually realized prayers. So they are very beautiful, and we have already seen 2 prayers today. So if not daily all the verses, but at least even if 1 verse we can read every day in this month of Kartik, it's very good. We should try to do it. And of course, we should study Gajendra Moksha and Gopi Geet. These are all, of course, important. Now we'll see another verse. This is by Lord Shiva. So Brahma we saw, even Lord Shiva is saying, Naham prayur rishyo na marichi mukhya janati vad virachitim khalo sattva sarga yan mayaya mushita chetasa isha daitya marta adyaha kim uta shashvat abhadda vritaha. O my Lord, I, whom consider to be the best of the demigods, Devo ke Dev Mahadev, and Lord Brahma, and the great rishis, headed by Marichi, and are born of the mode of goodness. Nonetheless, we are bewildered by your illusory energy. Yet Maya, we are being influenced. Chetasa, our heart has been bewildered and cannot understand what this creation is. Aside from this, what is to be said of others, like Marta Adyaha, means the human beings who are in this Martya Loka, like the demons and the human beings who are based on the boards of material nature, like Rajogun and Tamogun. How will they know you? Even we don't know you. How can they know you? So this is how even Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is praying that, O Krishna, O Mahaprabhu, even the demigods headed by Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are frustrated in their attempts to know you. So what value do I, as an insignificant soul, holds? How can I know you? I have been known you, whatever, is only because of your mercy, by which I am able to offer these prayers. So this is what we saw, that how Srila Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya prayed. And now from tomorrow onwards, we will see that what response is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. So we'll stop here. Thank you all so much. Thank you for all of your association. With your association, I was able to understand, I was able to read Caitanya Bhagavat. I was able to read some beautiful prayers by Lord Brahma, by Lord Shiva, where they are also showing their insignificancy of knowing the Supreme Lord. So thank you all so much. Really grateful to each and every one of you. We'll stop here. Let's see if we have any corrections, any additions. Then please go ahead. We can take.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji, Hari Bol.
Jai Shri Radhananda Prabhu ki jai. I was waiting for you.
Not my jai.
Seriously, I was waiting for you. Please go ahead, Prabhu, and shower some nectar.
Srila Prabhupada, many often, he is putting this from Katha Upanishad. Nayam Atma Pravachene Labhya. This Atma Paramatma, you cannot get it by doing pravachan. Nayam Atma Pravachane Labhya, na medhasa, not by your buddhi. Na bahuna srutena, not by hearing so much. Right? These are not the way you can understand him, Paramatma. He says, Yam eveshe vrunuta tena labhya. Whomever he selects, now he will be available. Tene svatma. So that was the same theme you were, telling about that. Athapite devpadambudam prasad lesanugrihite ucha. Janati tatvam bhagwan mahit nachanyapati. Like that. So that was little reflection I wanted to share, Mata. Haribol, thank you very much. Haribol.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Radhananda Prabhu. We are the storehouse of all the wonderful verses.
No, Mata. No, thank you very
Of
much.
course, Prabhu, of course. We always look forward for your reflections. Okay, anybody else has anything? Okay, if not, then we can end up our class here. Thank you again. Thank you for your wonderful association. We stop here. Let's offer our obeisances to all the Vaishnavas for sharing their valuable time on this most auspicious day of Kartik with all of us and relishing Srimad Bhagavatam and of course Caitanya Bhagavat. I don't know whether you relished or not, but at least I relished. So thank you so much. Let's pay our obeisances. Vancha
Vancha
kalpataru.
kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha
पतितानां
patitanam
पावनेभ्यो
vaishnavebhyo namo
नमो
namaha.
नमः
Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Bhagavat ki jai,
Thank you,
Srila
Mataji.
Prabhupada ki jai, Hare
Jai.
Kirtida Sundari Mataji
Sundari Mataji
ki
ki jai. Thank you, Mataji.
jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, I'll take host. Should I take the host or somebody is ending the call?
Mataji, you are host, Mataji. I gave you host already.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, thank you, dear devotee.